Welcome friends, it's Ray. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I am making a birthday card for my 6-year-old grandson, and I will also make a similar card for my 3-year-old grandson. I'll just make one on camera though. Yes, I messed this card up twice before I got it right. So this first attempt, I welded or connected the threes on the wrong side. So second attempt, I welded correctly, or merged them together correctly, and completely forgot that I needed to make some adjustments after I cut and before I constructed my card so that it will stand up. I want to show you in this video how I made the number 6 correctly, and yes, it stands up. So I'm going to have to redo this 3, obviously. So when I cut this number 3 out in my Brother Scan & Cut, I used the offset feature, and it cut the 2 pieces, which is what I wanted. Yay! Because I'm going to use both of these. Okay? Stick around for the end of the video. I will show you the step-by-step design of this in Canvas workspace the correct way. So I cut out my card base 3 times, once in blue and then twice in craft cardstock. And here I'm using a pencil to just draw a line so that I can use my trimmer to cut this off so that it actually stands up. My finished card will measure just under 5 by 7 and will fit in a 5 by 7 envelope. Before I cut, I am going to stack these all together and just use some low-tack tape to hold them together so that I make just one cut with my trimmer. So here I'm bringing in my scoreboard and butting my card base up against and centering so that I can score right in the center of my card base. So I'm going to do this for each of my card base pieces. So I cut a single 6 with an offset out of pattern paper, and I'm going to line that up here and use my pencil to mark that off so I can trim that down also. Here I'm going to go ahead and put my card together now. So I'm using liquid glue to glue all of my pieces together, and the blue piece will be on top, and then the pattern paper offset piece will be on top of the blue, and so the craft will be on the inside. And the reason I did 2 craft pieces on the inside is really for stability, because my craft cardstock is 65 pound and my blue cardstock is slightly lighter than that. So I want it to have a really solid, strong card base. Speeding this section up quite a bit, because all I'm doing is gluing, but I didn't want to take it out of the video. Skip ahead if you don't want to see this. Line this up And then got glue on some places and didn't want it there. But we're just gonna go with that flow. That looks pretty good. I added my acrylic block just to apply pressure so that that can dry in it here. And you can see here that it stands up. Yay! I'm trimming a little bit more off so that it stands up better now that I've got everything glued together. Okay, so this piece is going to be on the inside, and so now I need to trim the bottom of this piece. So let me just kind of line it up. Then I'm going to use this pencil to kind of mark the line where I want it to end. Okay, turn that over. You can't see it, but I can see my marked line, and that is what I'm gonna cut off. So now I want to go ahead and fix that on the inside with some glue. Well, this inlay is very thin. So I'm going to take my time and kind of mold it around the inside of my card base. I trimmed off a little bit on the bottom edge and then put an acrylic block over top to let that set. Now I'm going to glue my front panel. So I have my Misty here. I'm going to go ahead and place my card base inside. So I'm going to place this on top. I want to bring in a birthday sentiment and have it go circular here. So I ended up cutting the happy and birthday apart, and then I took the birthday sentiment itself and cut a few slits towards the bottom just so that I could form it in a circular fashion. And then I go ahead and place the happy in the Misty and get that circular. And I'm pleased with this. So if I thought about it, instead of cutting my words apart completely, I would have just made the slit at the bottom like I did for the birthday sentiment. Either way though, I can put them back together if I want to use them that way later. So for the stamping, if I had thought about it, I would have stamped before I added my front pattern paper to my card base, since I want to heat emboss. But it does work out. I used Versaclear Nocturne ink to stamp it, stamp my sentiment, and now I've applied some clear embossing powder and am heat setting this with my heat tool. I'm going to do some more stamping and heat embossing at the bottom of my panel. Here I'm stamping some inside sentiments, and then I am going to decorate the outside with some stickers from this Echo Park Play All Day Boy sticker sheet. And I also used the pattern paper from this same collection. I got this idea from another YouTuber, I think it was Create in Spain, who did a numbers card kind of like this. I love how this card turned out. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you think of the card and how it turned out. Did you like the bloopers I put in at the beginning? I just wanted to show you so you don't make the same mistakes I made if this is a design that you want to recreate. Here's a closer look at the card I made in today's video. Stay tuned for how I designed this in the Canvas workspace and cut it out with my brother's scan and cut machine. Stuck around to see how I do this in Canvas workspace? Let's create our card base. I have provided the screenshots that will step you through how to do this. So basically I added text, I highlighted that text, and then changed it to the number 6, and then made it large because I knew I wanted a large card. In the properties area, I resized it to 6 3/4 or 6.75 by 4.77. After I got it resized, I made a duplicate of the 6 and then turned it in the other direction. I used the flip feature in properties to flip it to the other direction. I dragged the two pieces together, and then in properties I used the align feature just to get them aligned up correctly. And then I used the weld tool to weld them together. In step 2, I'm going to create the front panel and the offset lines. I started a separate file and resized my number 6 to the same size as my card base. And then I'm using the properties to go to the create offset line. I changed my offset direction to inward, my original line leave as is, and then corner type round. The properties you see on the screen are for the offset line that I just created. This will cut your front panel in 2 pieces like you saw when I was putting my card together. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the video, and if not a subscriber, will subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, good day, friends.